Team Satya. Team Satya, are you a Sanatani?
Hello. Yep.
Okay. Real Sanatani, yeah? Not like the other guy.
Orthodox.
Okay. Where are you calling from?
I think that doesn't matter. Well, though I like to keep
Just
my identity
Is there
just
a
for the
reason you
basic
want to hide?
information.
India. Well,
Yeah, man.
though,
What's
India,
wrong with
that's
these
fine.
guys? They can't even say where they're from.
by the way, I would like to say
I know you guys
thank
hide your
you
face
to.
for a reason, but hiding
Well,
why?
though, just I would like to say thank you to Brother Hashim because his claims upon Hinduism led me to find things, and I studied more upon my religion, and I cleared many doubts, and I opened an organization named Team Satya Sanatan, and we have a lot of people now. We clear doubts, and I
Okay.
would like to say
Sorry,
thank you to you because
who led you to more investigation in Hinduism?
you, Brother Hashim, I'm just
Really?
kind of
Okay.
fan of yours.
How long you been watching our streams for?
Uh, I will say 5 to 6 months. I have a
Okay,
lot
no
of
problem.
debunked things. I don't
Right.
remember, but I have
And
kept a note.
Brother Hashim recently, like a few minutes before, he was saying, while I was talking to Brother Chauhan, he was just commenting backstage and saying that now Brother Sam Stallone will convert Chauhan. He's about to accept Islam. What made you say that, brother?
Yeah, I just thought that why are you talking so much? I mean, he's already accepting.
Was I sounding logical enough?
So anyway, let's not get into that. You know, one of the
Yeah.
topics we discuss, and I think today also Sam touched upon, is the horse sacrifice, Ashwamedha, and I think
Yeah,
it's one of those things that the father of Ram, Dasharatha,
yeah,
he conducted this
yes,
horse sacrifice.
yes.
Now, what is your understanding of this? Why would you want to kill an animal like a horse to get a son? How does that make sense?
Well, the Vedic sacrifices have been continued, but it is have been stopped to kill animals in the Kali Yuga, if I have correct information about it.
No, but Kali Yuga is supposed to be like the worst yug, whereas Ram was in
Yeah,
the Treta Yug, which was supposed to be better.
mm,
So,
yeah,
when you stop killing horses, it's supposed to be
mm.
a good moral thing, or is it a bad thing?
It's a good
Killing
thing.
animals is
Killing the animals, yeah. In your case, killing animals is good or bad?
bad.
So Ram was bad. Sorry, Ram's father was bad.
I don't
Dasharatha.
There
think.
are the
Well,
era of Ram was bad compared to
Yeah, his
this
era is
era.
flipped all of a sudden because
Yeah.
according to the Hindus, the Satyug, the Treta Yug was supposed to be better than the Kali Yug. But you're saying the other way
which
Yeah.
around.
version of Valmiki, which version of Ramayana are you referring to? I mean, are
How
you
many versions
referring
have
to
you got?
the sixth?
Pick anyone.
First, it is the
Uh,
16th century version by Tulsidas, and there is a
No, wait.
Valmiki
Why don't
version,
you go based on
read
the Valmiki Ramayana?
Valmiki Ramayana,
Yeah.
critical edition.
Yeah.
So Valmiki Ramayana, chapter 8 is where it's mentioned.
Can you show me
Let me
on the
read it
screen?
out. Let
Yeah,
me read it
I'll
out.
bring it
Let
on
me
the
read
screen
it
Thank
out.
you,
now.
thank you.
Yeah, while you're reading that,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. Valmiki Ramana, book number 1, chapter number 14, verse number 34 to 35. It says, Kaushalya
Can
spent one night with the horse, then other wives of the kings too were brought into the contact with the horse.
can you display on the screen?
He gave you the reference. Give the reference
I give
again.
you reference. Yeah, it's a book number 1, chapter number 14, verse number 34 to 35. 1, 14,
The
34, 35.
the Ashwamedh Yajna is always a controversial thing, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
it
a
clearly
wait a
says
minute. I had a
whereas the offering to be made at the sacrifice is placed and brought of the pulsa tree that is to be made at the Ashwamedha sacrifice is required to be placed on the mats and the canes. A horse sacrifice has been declared the Kalpa Sutra as well as in the Brahmanas as having the 3 days allotted to Savana. So the horse sacrifice it's on 34 verse and the 35 verse I have just read. The Kaushalya spent one night with the horse. Then other wives of the kings were too brought into the contact with the horse.
Yeah.
And it
Sorry,
also
what was
and it
Sam, what was the reference again? Valmiki Ramayana what?
book 1, chapter
114:35.
14.
So is it in
1,
Balakanda?
14. Exact. Yeah, Balakan, chapter number 14.
chapter number 14, yeah, and
Verse number 34.
34. Okay, is Balakanda okay for you? Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's bring it on the screen for everyone to see. No problem. Here we go. Verse number 34. Yeah. So it says
Yeah.
here, Queen. Can you see it on the screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Queen Queen Kaushalya, desiring the results of ritual, disconcertedly resided one night with that horse that flew away like a bird. Which horse are they talking? Flying horses? Is that the one,
Uh,
Sam?
Yeah.
Wait me.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You can continue reading that
Okay.
until 39 verse.
So
It's all
it
about
says
the
here,
Ashwamedha.
thus officiating priests of ritual, namely Hota, Advaryu, and Utkata, have received in their hand the crown queen, the neglected wife, and the concubine of the king,
Uh,
next as
Wait.
symbolic donation in the ritual by the performer.
I just translated it, and here it is written, thus within frame resolves and a steady mind, Kausalya spent one night eagerly
Wait,
waiting the
yeah,
dawn.
wait.
It is
Let us finish reading and then you can give us your interpretation, okay? So I'm on
hmm,
verse 35. Number 36, it says, then the priest, one with controlled senses and rich in. By the way, the Sanskrit is here. You can read it. Yeah, it's on the screen as well.
I translated it
Yeah.
in Sanskrit,
This is the
and it is
Sanskrit.
written something else.
Okay, this is a word for word, and this is the English translation. It says here, then the priest, one with controlled senses and rich scriptural wealth, took up the omentum or the fat of the horse and cooked it as per scripture, while dropping into the altar of fire to bake as a food to the celestials. The king, Dashratha, smelt the smell of smoke as per time at procedure to cleanse his own sin. Those remaining body parts that the horse are there, the 16 officiating priests have procedurally oblated all of them into fire. That means they burned it in the fire.
Yeah,
Um,
actually the 34 and the 35 verse talks about the Kaushalya who
hmm,
spends a night with the dead horse. That's actually talking about what all happened that night with that horse. And after that night, they sacrificed the horse and they distributed the meat.
yeah.
It all comes under the Ashwamedha Yajna.
Okay.
And talking about the contact of horse coming in contact with horse, it explains clearly in the Shatapatha Brahmana.
Sorry, I didn't realize this was
Uh,
on the screen. Okay.
yeah,
All right. So, look, my friend, you said sacrificing
uh,
horse was bad, but this is happening in the Treta Yuga. So, which Yuga
yeah.
is right? Our Yuga, the Kali Yuga, or the Treta Yuga? Which one is the better Yuga? According to you, it's Treta Yuga, right? But those people are sacrificing animals, collecting the fat, collecting the different parts of the horses, and they're consuming it as well.
And moreover, the queen is sleeping with the dead horse and
Yeah.
producing a son.
Where is he gone? Has he left? Oh, he's gone in backstage. Yeah. Hello, are you there, Mr. Sanatani? You're muted. You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you make of this? For example, it says here those remaining body parts,
Uh,
the horses, the 16 officiating
the
priests have
1.14.35
procedurally
was
oblated
something
all of
else.
them in fire. What do you think
What do
about
you
horse
understand?
Hello.
sacrifice? First,
Yeah.
let's discuss that. What do you think
Hello.
about horse sacrifice? Do you think it is a good thing or a bad thing? Because earlier you said it's a bad thing, but here Ram's father is doing it in order to, obtain a son.
Uh, Now can I speak?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Hello.
you can speak. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you
When I
you can speak,
translated
brother. We
the
can hear you.
slok given by hmm,
Sorry,
when
say
I
again.
translated the slok 1.14.35, it was Kausalya waited eagerly the night.
Which one you're
It
reading?
was
Which
not
verse?
that he spent a night. It was waited eagerly. 1.14.35.
Where have you
35.
translated? Have you translated in Google Translation?
Yeah. The one which said
Do
about
you
night,
you don't
spending a night.
okay? You don't trust about
I
you
am
don't
having a
trust your
phone,
own
that's why I'm
translator.
having trouble
Just a
in
minute. Just
handling
okay.
multiple
Just
tabs.
okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. Don't you believe in
If
your
you
own
translate it
translators who
word
has
by word,
translated?
I mean on the AI, you will see that it is written that Kausalya spent it eagerly one night.
Okay. By the way,
Yeah, I'll give you.
this is translated by a Hindu who's called Desi Raju Hanumanta Rao. So it's not
Yeah.
Can a
some
Hindu not
some
be wrong?
non-Hindu. He's a Hindu guy. Okay.
I
And if you
mean,
go to
They're
he
well
the
can be
known.
wrong
They're well
though.
known
He can
scholars.
be wrong.
They're well known scholars. Even in the Gita Press Gorakhpur, even the Gita Press Gorakhpur says the
There is
same
a lot
thing.
of
I'm reading from.
mistranslation.
I'm
I mean,
reading. I'm reading.
from
Brother.
our
I'm reading
community
from
also
Gita
and
Press
from
Gorakh.
the foreigners also. For example, the
My dear brother. My dear
Britishers
brother.
who translated the Vedas.
My dear brother. My dear brother. Listen. I'm quoting you from Gita Press
Hello,
Gorakhpur. I hope the majority of the Sanatanis believe in Gita Press. Able to hear me?
hello.
Hello. You able to hear us?
can you
We
hear
can
what
hear
we are
you.
saying?
Hmm?
Can
You
you
able
hear
to
us
hear
or not?
us?
Well, can I? Hmm?
Before we go further,
We,
I just want to know from you whether you agree or disagree with horse sacrifices. And is it a good thing or a bad thing? Are
yeah.
you
At
there?
least answer
It
this.
depends if you want to do it for survival. Let's say you are in jungle and you eat it for survival, then it's okay. But if it's for general purpose, then it's bad.
They were
Sorry, are
living
you?
in a kingdom, palace, not in jungle.
Yeah, he was a king. Dashrath was a
Yeah,
king,
king and queen.
I
and this was.
translated the verse now, and it
It's
said,
not about. It's not about you
and
translating.
it
Before
has
you before you and translate, I want to know your perspective. Is sacrificing a horse, killing a horse for and consuming its meat, is that a good thing or a bad thing, according to the Hindus?
bad,
It's bad. Do you think?
bad.
Do you think Ram's father knew that it was bad?
I
Did
don't think
Dashrath?
he sacrificed the horse.
So why? What is it saying here then? In this, this what does
Well,
Ashwamedha mean to you? Let's start with the actual topic. The Ashwamedha Yagya. What
Ashwamedh
does it
means
mean to you?
the word Ashwamedh in Sanskrit is used in many times. For example, the Ashwini Kumars, the two Ashwini
No, no. In
brothers who
this
were
context,
horse faced.
in
So,
the context of
okay, I'm
Dashrath,
just coming to it.
yeah, in the context of Dashrath,
Ashwamedh
what
means
does he
horse.
mean? He wanted to perform this horse sacrifice.
Ashwamedh means horse, and Yagya means rituals. And it is more about expanding your territories and pleasing the gods.
Brother, can you read verse number 32 and 33? There you will find like killing
Okay,
and sacrificing of many animals. Like 300 beasts were tied down at the time of that aforesaid pillars. The foremost of the best horses belonging to the king Dashratha too, they say was tied down there. Concentrating the said horse on the all side, there Kaushalya, as also the other queens, touched it with the great joy with the three swords and cut down the horses. Nay, with this intent of acquiring religious merit, Kaushalya spent that night with that horse. So it's talking about 300 different
yeah.
animals were sacrificed, including a horse.
Hmm. You got anything to
Wait, let me.
say on that? By the way,
Yeah,
the Sanskrit is visible on the screen. If you want to
yeah.
read the Sanskrit, you are more than welcome to.
Even if you read from the verse 30, it says beasts, serpents, and the birds too, ordained by scriptural injunction, has been tied down to those pillars for being offered to particular gods. The sacrificial horse, as well as the aquatic creatures, turtles, etc., that had been brought there for the act of sacrifice. So
Yeah.
there were n number of other creatures which were sacrificed, including the horse. 300 other animals. Even the serpents,
Uh,
beasts, turtles.
Why have you gone quiet? You got something to say or not?
yeah. Yeah.
So what do you still deny this is actual horse sacrifice that Dashrath and the queens conducted? The father of Ram and his mother, in order to, because they didn't have any sons, and for that time the kings needed sons because the queens, obviously, to carry on the kingdom. So for example, if the king didn't have any sons, they'll make sure that they have sons by any means. Even I think they even indulge in niyoga, which is
Yeah,
another
right,
difficult
right,
weather.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. It's mentioned in Mahabharata. The
yeah,
king, one of the king, did the yoga just to get a son.
yeah. All right, look, team
There are many guilty causes which discriminate animal
team Sanatan,
sacrifices.
you need to focus on the topic. Do you agree that Dashrath and the queens and the priests conducted horse sacrifice, or you don't?
When we focus on animal sacrifices, it is not only for humans also, it is also for animals. Let's say you sacrifice an animal, it is for insects, it is for other animals, pet dogs,
It
pet
doesn't matter.
animals also.
It's
It is
it's
It
not
is
mainly focused
sacrificing
for humans.
animals. According to you, sacrificing any animal is bad. Am I right? Why is
Uh,
it taking so long? Is he like what? Getting some
he's
information?
translating. Yeah, he's translating from the
Yeah.
Google maybe.
All right. I'll tell you what, Mr. Google. Why don't you, do some more research
I'm
on this?
having internet problems.
He
Can I join
he
you?
got he got he got really affected by Brahm Rakshas words. Just Google it, sir. He's doing
Google
that.
it, sir. Okay, Mister, come back when you're ready. Okay. By the way, this guy was telling the other guy in the private not to go because you're not ready, and looks like you're the one who's not ready.